A year ago, the Bourne Braves were seeking their first Cape Cod League championship since 2009. However, the season was filled with many ups and downs.
Another day, another Braves loss. Bourne falls 5-1 to Hyannis to drop to 5-7-3 on the season.
Pop-up, shallow center field, going out back, coming in Rockefort, in the alley, it's Carson Rockefort who's there to make the catch. What a finish is the Braves win, their third in a row.
Throws to first base, that is in time, as that'll do it here from Doran Park. For the third time this year, Harvey Shapiro has faced his former team in the Bourne Braves, and they have tied at 2 apiece.
But as postseason time rolled around, the Bravos found their groove.
Coming in Horvath. Horvath is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The trek has just begun for the Braves as they advance to the Western Division Finals. The Braves are back, and they defend their title in the Best of the West. And they got a second day with the Brewster Whitecaps, who they will face in the Cape Cod League Championship for the second consecutive summer. Breaking ball grounded up the middle, stabbed by Cummings, goes to second for one. The toss to first base is in time! Cummings spikes his glove. Get up, Bourne, the Braves have gotten their revenge. Cape Cod League champions for the first time since 2009.
And to defend their Cape Cod League championship, the Braves have added plenty of firepower.
First pitch, breaking ball. Bender flies it out deep to left center field. Going back is Matheson, still going back, looking up, and it's gone! Derek Bender gets the Bourne bats going early, a solo shot to deep left center field. It's 1-0 Bourne.
It's a brand new day of Bourne Braves baseball, and it starts right now.
The road ends here. The journey from opening day has led to this moment. It is Game 3 of the Cape Cod Baseball League Championship Series. The Bourne Braves and the Orleans Firebirds looking to decide who sits atop the throne. Welcome to Eldridge Park. Alongside Cam Manna, I'm Matt Scalzo. We thank you for joining us on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Cam, all the twists and turns in this 100th season of Cape League Baseball has been great. This series has been outstanding so far between Bourne and Orleans. Now it all culminates here in Game 3. Winner take all.
Yeah, Matt, you got to love a winner-take-all game. 1 game, 9 innings for all the marbles between these two teams. What they did in the 44-game regular season throughout the playoffs, how Bourne got here as a number 4 seed, taking down 1 and 2 in the West. Orleans not losing a game until the championship series. None of that matters now. These two teams set to play here at Eldridge Park. It's going to be a packed house, and 9 innings will decide it all.
Cam said it best. 9 innings to decide a champion. Game 3 is coming up, but for one final time, we'll head over to Allie Navarrete and Mojo Hill with Before the Bravos. Over to you, Allie.
Thank you, Matt. For the final time, for real, Mojo, this will be our last Before the Bravos. I feel like the last week or so throughout these playoffs, we've had moments where we thought it might be, but this is literally it. This is the final game of the 2023 playoffs. Game 3, series tied, 1 apiece, and Bravos looking to run it back. Orleans looking for their first title since '05.
Yeah, this is the last time for sure. It's time for both teams to just put it all on the table and see what they've got in this final matchup.
Yeah, let's start with the pitching for Bourne tonight. We'll see Tristan Levesque on the mound. He'll be the starter. He's come out of the bullpen in 2 appearances, I believe. 2 or 3 at this point for the Bravos this season. And the last time we saw him was Game 1 against Katuitt in that dominant performance from the Braves. And he was pretty good, but again, his first nod as a starter in this postseason and season as a whole.
Yeah, I think they're just really going to be piecing it together today. It tends to happen when you get deep into a postseason run where you have to kind of go with a bullpen game and just kind of mix and match things to get to 9 innings. So I think if things go well, we might see a solid 3 or 4 innings out of Levesque, and then whoever's available in the bullpen will be ready. So they're really going to have to piece things together, and it should be interesting to see.
Yeah, hopefully, I think, like you said, the goal 3 or 4 for Tristan would be ideal, and then you kind of throw anyone out there who you can. It's the last game. There's nothing to lose here, and no one needs to be rested anymore. So that'll probably be what happens. And let's talk about the lineup, too, for Bourne. Yesterday, the bats, the quietest they had been all postseason. Braves were able to put one up in the bottom of the first. It was a 2-1 score. there, but then scoreless 2 through 8, and had that rally at the end in bottom 9, but just couldn't really piece together the hitting like they've been able to in the past week or so.
Yeah, I think they were kind of due for a little regression, and I think they just ran into some really good pitching. With that starter went the first 6, and then Gonzalez 2 innings, and they actually got to their best closer a little bit at the end. Just it was a little too late at that point. But yeah, I like this lineup. I like Pete Chafreda back in there, and the 1 through 7 is pretty much the same that they've been going with. There haven't been a lot of changes there. It's really just been Bender switching between DHing and catching, and today he's back behind the plate with Garrett Michelle DHing and New Contradas in there at first base. But yeah, Pete right back in there in that 9 spot for Gage Harrelson. And I think if Bourne has a lead going into maybe the final third of the game, I think we'll see Gage in there for defense because he's so quick out there. So yeah, Pete has been hot, and I like to see him back in the lineup.
Yeah, Pete also one of these day one guys who has been here through it all with Coach Landers. It's kind of funny. We've talked about it before. Pete was actually supposed to play for Brewster, and Coach Landers picked him up, and he's over here now, and he's been here since day one. He thought he was going to leave, and he hasn't. And like you said, he's been hot this postseason. He's really done his job, gotten on base consistently. He's had that good OBP all season long. The hitting struggles have been there, but I think back to, was it that triple at McKeon Park where I just was like, this is Pete Chafreda. He's fired up. He's definitely a leader on this team, and I think he's kind of built for the postseason, so I'm also excited to see him back in there today.
Yeah, he has a lot of hustle. He just works so many great at-bats, even when he's struggling, finds a way to get on base, and he was saying his philosophy with that. If you're going to go 0 for 4, make it 0 for 2 with 2 walks is the way that he put it. And like you were saying, he thought he was going to leave. Landers was telling me about that too, and how he didn't even expect to be here this long, and he's just stuck in there, and what they've gotten from him is almost kind of a bonus on the team, but it's been extremely valuable.
Totally, and gotta talk about, I think, 3 guys in particular before we move on from the Bourne lineup. Jonathan Vastine, Josh Carter-Grauer, and Bryce Eblin. Basti, obviously the solid leadoff hitter, and then JKG batting second, Eblin batting cleanup. That's been consistent this whole postseason as well. Those 3 have just been leading this team all season long, and Josh in particular has really stepped up in the postseason. There were some crazy stats that you were tweeting about him, I think, coming into the Orleans game, and then obviously a bit quieter last night, as was everybody, but the last time we were at Eldridge Park, it was just JKG's day.
Yeah, JKG just on something else in those first few games, and I think just the biggest difference for him is hitting the ball in the air and just keeping that confidence even when things weren't going well, and still had a hit and a diving play in that game, so he wasn't completely nothing there. But yeah, and then Bryce Eblin with his 22-game hitting streak now, he just seems like he's never going to stop hitting, so why not keep trotting him out there? And then they really like this configuration with Diggs batting third and Bender batting fifth, which is interesting because Bender was third and cleanup for most of the year, but whatever works, and I know Landers is a superstitious guy like Bender was saying, so he's happy to hit wherever the team needs him.
Yeah, Bourne looking to run it back. 2 guys in particular, JKG and Bryce Eblin, who we've talked about ad nauseum this postseason, also looking to run it back. So a lot on the line here for Bourne today, but I think they're excited to be back at Eldridge Park and look for another championship. We'll take a quick step aside for the anthem. Cam and Matt when we come back.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area in our can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun. Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Let's get back out to the ballpark. It's time for First Pitch with Cam Manna and Matt Scalzo.
It all comes down to this. Game 3, Kelly Nicholson and the Orleans Firebirds looking for their first championship since 2005. Scott Landers and the Bourne Braves trying to run it back for the second consecutive season. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. Thank you to Allie and Mojo with the final before the Bravos here in this 2023 season. It's been awesome to work alongside those two this entire season. Cam, in these types of games, it's all about slowing down your heart rate, and especially for those on the mound. We have an interesting pitching matchup. Evan Truitt starts for Orleans out of Charleston Southern. Tristan Levesque for Bourne out of URI.
Yeah, Matt, and in these games, too, you have to understand for your team how you got to this point. What was the routine? And I know for a lot of these players, the routine stays the same even in a game number 3 like this. And for Truitt and Levesque, both teams have to dig deep in their bullpens. It's winding down. Everyone's going all in. It's what you got at this very moment is what's going to matter.
Heart rate trying to slow down for those, but in the dugouts, Kelly Nicholson and Scott Landers, their heart rate is going to be pounding here. Winner take all, game 3 for Bourne. What is the key in their lineup?
For Bourne, what we've seen throughout the playoffs, when they're up early in baseball games, that's when they play their best. They were down last night against Orleans. We're not able to crawl back. They've crawled back once throughout these playoffs. But when the offense is going and they get to that 5-6 run mark, 6 has been their magic number, that's when they have played their best baseball. If the offense can get rolling here early, Bourne will be in a good spot.
Evan Truitt, the righty, sets on the mound. Jonathan Vastine, the left-handed hitter, shortstop out of Vanderbilt, digs in. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Game 3, Orleans and Bourne. A winner will be decided tonight as Vastine swings on the first pitch, and it's popped up out of play. First pitch coming at 6:29. It's at 80 degrees and partly cloudy here at Eldridge Park. Vastine went 1 for 4. The runs scored last night. Truitt kicks and deals. A swing and a miss from Vastine. It's quickly 0-2. Vastine this postseason batting .444. 12 for 27 with 6 RBIs for the shortstop out of Vanderbilt. Here's the 0-2 from Truitt. This is in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher and Henry Hunter. Well, we'll look through the rest of this Bourne order. Josh Krodegrauer bats second. Kendall Diggs batting third. Bryce Seblin in the cleanup hole with Derek Bender batting 5th. Garrett Michelle is batting 6th. Truitt comes set. Here's the 1-2 to Vastine. Fastball is low, 2-2. Sam Peterson's in the 7th spot. He's been outstanding this postseason. Nuke Contradas is at first, batting 8th. Pete Chufreda rounds things out, batting 9th. Here's the 2-2 to Vastine. Low and inside, and Vastine has battled back to work the count full against Evan Truitt, making his second start in this postseason. Started in game 1 against YD, went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Here's the payoff pitch. It's outside, and Jonathan Vastine begins game 3 with a leadoff walk.
And that's what you want there for Bourne. We saw last night not a lot of early base runners. Bourne had it in that first inning. It was Vastine, singled and scored. When Bourne gets leadoff guys on, they work a lot more comfortably in the batter's box.
Someone who has been super comfortable in the batter's box this postseason has been the man coming up to bat, and Josh Krodegrauer. He stands in the righty's batter's box, and he's been on fire. .519 average this postseason. First pitch to Josh is a fastball down the chute for a called strike one. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs for the second baseman out of Rutgers. One of the all-time performances on the Cape in the postseason for Josh. Snap throw over to first. Back ahead of the tag is Vastine. We'll take a look at the Orleans defensive alignment. Eddie King is camped out in center field. He's flanked in right by Fenwick Trimble and in left by Eddie Micheletti. Truitt from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Kuroda Grauer. It's a high fly ball deep to right center field. King moving in towards the gap, and he'll make the catch for the first out. From first to third around the infield sees Matt Hall back at first. Joe Oyama's at second. Jack Penny's the shortstop. He made a couple unbelievable plays last night in the field. Brandon Stallman's at the hot corner. And the battery mate for Truitt is Henry Hunter. That brings up Kendall Diggs, right fielder out of Arkansas. Went 0 for 4 last night. Hit .214 in the regular season, .217 this postseason. Stands in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch to Diggs. Fastball in the zone for a called strike.
We've seen it here so far from Kelly Nicholson, calling pitches here for Orleans, and he likes to pick over. We saw that a lot, and they've done a good job keeping Bourne early on the bases steady.
0-1 to Diggs. This one's flied out towards left field. Micheletti not having to move a whole lot. He's right there for the second out. So after Vastine works a leadoff walk, back-to-back flyouts forced by Truitt. There's 2 away as Bryce Evelyn comes up to bat.
And Bourne was 2 for 3 last night with scoring runs when their leadoff guy got on. So this would be nice here for Orleans early to stop that tendency.
Evelyn has been riding a hot bat. Set a new postseason record for consecutive games with a hit. It's been 9 in a row for him. Takes that first pitch high and outside on the breaking ball from Truitt. Had a hit in all 7 postseason games this year, carrying over from last year, a hit in the last 2 for Bourne. And they ended the regular season on a 15-game hitting streak. Here's the 1-0. It's flied out of play. Left field line, 1-1. A .385 hitter the postseason for Eblin. 6 RBIs out of Alabama. 1-1 count with 2 away. Vastine a 2-step lead over at first. Truitt from the stretch, the 1-1 home. Fastball's outside, 2-1. Sun is shining, a packed house here at Eldridge Park. The 2-1 to Eblin. Popped up, left side of the infield. Penny moving over, as is Stallman, into foul ground, and he'll make the catch for the third and final out. So Vastine works a leadoff walk, and then it's 1-2-3 for Evan Truitt on the mound. Holds Bourne scoreless in the top of the first. We're heading to the bottom half, and we'll get our first look at Tristan Levesque and the Orleans Bats when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network. Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn. We're back at Eldridge Park, bottom of the first inning, Game 3. Series tied at 1. A champion will be crowned tonight. Tristan Levesque gets the ball for Bourne. He makes his second appearance of the postseason. First start of this entire season for him. He came in late for Bourne. 2 appearances out of the bullpen, including one in game 1 against Katuitt. Picked up the win, went 3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits with 3 strikeouts. Cam, what should we expect from the left-hander?
Well, for him, he's a guy that loves to pound the fastball early and works with that. And when he gets comfortable, we'll see him work backwards at times. But we've seen Levesque out of the bullpen. And, Matt, when he got to this team, his first appearance loaded the bases against the Kettleers and then struck out the next 3. So it started in a big moment for Levesque in the regular season, and it's going to finish here in the biggest stage in Keep League Baseball, game number 3 in the championship series. So you wonder how far he goes. We talked about maybe 3 innings, a big bullpen day for the Braves, but another big spot for the lefty.
This is the order that he'll face from Orleans. Joe Oyama leads off. Fenwick Trimble's batting second. Jack Penny bats third. Matt Hallback's the cleanup hitter. Eddie Micheletti's batting fifth. Eddie King is batting sixth. Brandon Stallman bats seventh. Justin Rubin bats eighth. And Henry Hunter rounds things out batting ninth. It's the identical order from game 2 for Orleans, except Henry Hunter replaces Owen Carpellotti behind the plate. Levesque sets on the mound. The lefty kicks and deals his first pitch to Joe Oyama. It's a fastball high for ball 1. Oyama, the lefty, had a tough postseason so far, but last night he returned to his usual self, going 3 for 5 with an RBI. That was on a solo home run in the top of the 7th. 1-0 fastball, low and outside, 2-0.
And he's 5'7" and has hit 6 home runs throughout this season, including the postseason.
2-0 from Levesque, fouled off by Oyama in the box. 2-1. The 2-1 from Levesque bounces in. It's 3-1. Levesque down here, trying to battle back. The 3-1. Oyama turns, lifts a fly ball deep in the air. Kendall Diggs going back at the track, at the wall. It is gone. Oyama's done it again. What a way to start the bottom of the first for Orleans. The solo blast from Joe Oyama. Back-to-back games with a home run for the second baseman, and it's 1-0 Orleans just like that.
What a shot there from Oyama. We saw in the Cape League account last night. Short King summer for Oyama. Another shot.
Trimble swings on the first pitch, and he grounds it foul down the left field line. 1-0. 344, 94 miles an hour off the bat. Here's the 0-1 to Trimble. Fastball misses inside, 1-1. It's not the first time that we've seen Orleans jump ahead early on a solo home run here at Eldridge Park. They did the exact same thing in game 1. It was Fenwick Trimble with that home run. This time he slaps it right back up in the middle. Kick stop by Levesque. He fires on to first, and there's one away.
Well, that's one way to respond there after a solo home run. Landers going to come out here and check if Levesque's okay. Hard ground ball right back off his foot. Saves a base hit. Helps himself out. And chat with Landers, home plate umpire Chris Angstrad, and Bender as well, all out there at the mound. But that shot from Oyama last night a lot deeper. This one, 314 down the line here. This one had some distance over the fence, and what a way to start. Got this place bumping.
Levesque's going to take a couple of pitches here, make sure that foot's okay, and he will stay in the game. It was a kick save and a beauty to rob a base hit of Fenwick Trimble and get that first out. They'll now have to face Jack Penny, shortstop out of Notre Dame. Orleans with a 1-0 lead off the solo home run from Oyama. First pitch, Penny, a ground ball right side. It's past the diving glove of Contrades and into right field for the second hit of the night for Orleans.
And Penny not wasting any time here, and now we talked about it in the pregame. Levesque, a guy that trusts that first pitch fastball and does not often work away from it. And Penny there looking first pitch, slaps it right side, a nice way to start a new rally for Orleans.
Brings up Matt Hallback, right-handed hitting first baseman. First pitch, it's a breaking ball, and he comes up empty, 0-1. Hallback batting .292 in the postseason. Has a couple of RBIs. Levesque looks in, working from the stretch. Looks over at first. He'll throw over to Penny, and he's back safely. Here's the 0-1. Check swing on the fastball, and it's knobbed down the first base side. Foul, 0-2. Levesque looking for the second out. He's got Hallback in an 0-2 count. Looks over at first. Here's the pitch home. Fastball high, and it's clipped straight back. Count stays where it is.
And for Hallback, looking to get going here after an 0-for-4 night. What was big for this team in the regular season is been a steady hitter in that 4 spot, almost batting .400 during the regular season.
Another throw over. Contrades has to leap over the diving Penny to keep that ball from rolling into right field. 0-2 count to Hallback. Here's the pitch. Hallback pops it up. This will stay on the infield. Kuroda Grauer at second, calling everyone off. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. So Levesque responding from the home run from Oyama. And the base hit from Penny. He's 1 out away from getting out of the inning. Looking to get through Eddie Micheletti. Levesque sets. First pitch. Fastball low and outside, 1-0.
And that was big for Levesque to get that out there, and starts off with a bang here, allows a 1-out single, and it'll be big to bear down here. Keep it where it is. Matt mentioned not the first time that Orleans has done this.
1-0 is inside, and it's 2-0. Micheletti comes in, 2-0. Fastball catches the inside corner, 2-1. As I was saying, Micheletti batting .227 in the postseason. In the regular season, he batted .274 with 22 RBIs. He's got 3 in the postseason. The 2-1. Breaking ball. Painted outside, 2-2. Levesque looking for one more strike to keep it at a 1-run ball game. Here's the 2-2. Micheletti turns, pops it up right behind home plate. This will go out of play and into the woods behind us here on the third base side. Micheletti digs back in. Levesque looks in for his sign. He's got it from Bender. Here's the 2-2. Micheletti, another foul ball straight behind home plate. We'll go again. I'll take a look at this Bourne defensive alignment. Pete Giuffreda's in center. Kendall Diggs out and right. Sam Peterson's in left. Bryce Eblin's at third. Jonathan Vastein's the shortstop. And Josh Kuroda Grauer is the second baseman. New Contrades is at first. Derek Bender, the battery mate. Levesque, another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball. First strikeout for Tristan Levesque. That ends the bottom of the first. Orleans strike first, though. The solo home run from Joe Oyama, his second of the postseason. It's 1-0 Firebirds as we head into the second inning here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
We're back at Eldridge Park. Orleans with a hot start. Joe Oyama, the solo home run, makes it 1-0 Firebirds as we head into the second inning. And Evan Truitt sets back out. He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in this Bourne order, beginning with Derek Bender. Then Garrett Michelle and Sam Peterson. Righty on righty to begin the top of the second inning here in game 3. First pitch to Bender, breaking ball low and outside. 1-0. Bender this postseason, not been his usual self. 233 hitter. 1-0. Fastball catches the inside corner, 1-1. Has 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Those came in back-to-back games in games 2 and 3 against Hyannis. The 1-1. Bender, a chopper, third base side. Stallman picks it up on the backhand. A long throw on to first, and it's in time for the first out here in the top of the second.
And our point during that first inning was about Bourne and the leadoff base runners, and how well they did last night with that. When they didn't get anyone on base at the beginning of the inning, they really struggled against Orleans, and that was similar in game 1 as well. So Bourne's got to change that here tonight.
Garrett Michelle looking to improve after an 0-for-4 night last night. First pitch swing for him. It's a scorcher down the first base side. In the foul ground. Saw some interns duck out of the way. Everyone appears to be all right. Michelle this postseason, 286 hitter. Here's the 0-1 from Truitt. Check swing, and it's a fastball in the zone regardless. It's 0-2. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs for Michelle. He widens in stance on the 0-2 count. Truitt kicks and deals the pitch. Bounces in front of home plate. Michelle lays off, and it's 1-2.
And Michelle here has cooled off a little bit in the postseason. 2 tough nights here against Orleans. Can change it all here in game 3.
A 1-2 from Truitt. Michelle catches a piece and clips it straight back. Count stays where it is. Sam Peterson's on deck. He's had a great postseason so far. Bourne trailing 1-0 to Orleans here in game 3. The 1-2 to Michelle. Fastball hangs upstairs, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Truitt. Breaking ball down and inside. Michelle has battled back to work the count full. Truitt a deep breath on the mound. Here's the payoff pitch to Michelle. And he spoils with a foul ball straight back. Righty on lefty, Truitt again. Another payoff pitch to Michelle. It's low. And Garrett Michelle works a one-out walk. Second walk dished out by Truitt, and Bourne gets a base runner on here in the top of the second.
And those are the better at-bats we've seen from Michelle. We saw the strikeout numbers during the regular season that made him struggle. But right there, working back in the count, being selective, and that patience at the plate for Michelle, so much growth for him.
Sam Peterson comes in, batting .400 this postseason, including a 2-for-4 night last night. First pitch, it's a fastball in the zone, 0-1. Left fielder out of Iowa. Had a ground rule double in the bottom of the ninth, made it 4-2. He was the tying run left stranded on the bases against Sean Matson. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball downstairs, and it's 1-1. Peterson was so close to getting a home run to tie the game, or it also looked like if it stayed in the ballpark would have been a triple. He would have been 90 feet away from tying the game. Derek Bender stayed on the bases because of the ground rule double. This one grounded up the middle, fielded by Penny. The flip to second for one. Fires on to first. It's a double play. 6-4-3 for Orleans. Joe Oyama and Jack Penny up the middle. And Bourne goes down 1-2-3, not the traditional way in the second, but it all goes in the book the same. We head to the bottom of the second with Orleans up 1-0.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Garrett Michelle, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
We're back at Eldridge Park for the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Orleans over Bourne here in Game 3. The winner will stand atop the mountain of the Cape League season. Orleans looking for their first title since 2005. Bourne trying to win their second in a row. Tristan Levesque sets back on the mound. He'll face 6, 7, and 8 in this Orleans order, beginning with Eddie King. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. First pitch from Tristan Levesque is a fastball right down the chute, 0-1. The 0-1, King a line drive through the left side of the infield for a base hit. The third hit of the night for Orleans. That's a leadoff single for Eddie King.
And early and often, these hitters here for Orleans, first or second pitches, they're finding their pitch. That one left inside there to King and just roped it to left field. Great approaches at the plate for Firebirds in their lineup so far.
The left-handed hitter in Brandon Stallman comes up to bat now. Lefty on lefty against Levesque, who works from the stretch. First pitch fastball is down and in, 1-0. King changing the tides quickly, went 0 for 3 last night in Game 2. Stallman looking to come up big here. Snap throw to first from Levesque. King back standing. Stallman, a .217 hitter in the postseason. .296 in the regular season. Pitch misses inside and throw over to first by Bender. King, a head first dive, he's back safely. Stallman digs back in on a 2-0. Pitch from Levesque, swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-1. Stallman still looking for his first RBI in the postseason. 2-1, fastball just above the letters, 3-1. King with a two-step lead over at first. Contrades holding on to him. 3-1, Stallman grounds it foul, first base side. Count runs full. Levesque looking to get his first out here In the bottom of the second, Orleans with a 1-0 lead. Pitch home. Called strike 3. Stallman down looking. Levesque's got his second strikeout, and there's one away in the bottom of the second.
Great bounce back at bat there for Levesque. First runner gets on. Long AB there to Stallman. And goes low and outside there. And really nice pitch. Tailed in perfectly there from Levesque.
Standing in is Justin Rubin. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Rubin batted .368 in the regular season. He's 167 so far in the postseason, coming off a 1-for-4 night in game 2. 1-0 fastball is high, 2-0. He goes around on the breaking ball, 2-1. Tried to hold up on his swing. DH out of Pepperdine. King still with a 2-step lead over at first. Levesque looking right at him. The 2-1. King going, swing and a miss. The throw down to second is not in time. It goes over the head, but hitter interference is called against Rubin. Bender tried to step into his throw, and Rubin was right there impeding his path, so King will have to go back to first. Actually, he's out. My apologies.
So that should end. So King's safe.
King is safe. Rubin is out. My apologies. Got him confused. King goes back to first on the interference. So there's 2 away now, and Henry Hunter, the 9-hitter, comes up. Levesque looking to work around the leadoff single. First pitch fastball inside, 1-0. Hunter in the postseason, a .250 hitter. He's 2 for 8 so far through 3 games. Swing and a miss on the 1-0, and it's 1-1. In the regular season, a 200 hitter in Hunter. Played at UAB. He's transferring to Georgia this upcoming season. Levesque looks over at King, the 1-1. Hunter, a drive in right field. Diggs racing towards the line, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So Levesque works around the leadoff single from King, aided by catcher interference. As we head into the 3rd, Orleans with a 1-0 lead here in Game 3.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Welcome back to Eldridge Park, top of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Orleans. The solo home run from Joe Oyama to begin the bottom of the 1st. The difference so far in this one. Game 3, winner take all between Orleans and Bourne. Final day of the 2023 Cape League season. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. It's been a long road, but Bourne looking to run it back, as they've said all season long, for their second consecutive title. And they're going to need to get their offense going here against Evan Truitt. New Contrades will lead off 8-9-1 for the Braves here in the bottom, or in the top of the third, excuse me. Contrades, the righty, against the right-hander in Truitt. First pitch swing on the breaking ball. It's fouled off his foot, and it's 0-1. Contrades, 0 for 1, was a pinch hitter last night. Came up and was the final out in last night's 4-3 loss in Game 2. The 0-1. Fouled off again, and it's 0-2. Contrades was just out by a step on the 5-3 ground out to end it for Orleans. He stumbled a little bit going down the first base side, and that's what ended up costing him. The 0-2 fouls it off once more. Count stays where it is. Here's the 0-2 from Truitt. Fastball is high, 1-2. Bourne still in search of their first hit. They've worked a couple of walks. Jonathan Vastine and Garrett Michelle. Here's the 1-2 from Truitt. Breaking ball, called strike 3 at the knees. Contrades doesn't like it. That's the first out and first strikeout for Evan Truitt here in the top of the third.
That's a really good pitch there from Truitt. Just an off speed that just clipped the bottom part of the zone. Bang, bang call, but tough take there for Contrades.
Pete Ciuffreda digs in. First pitch fastball is down low, 1-0. Ciuffreda didn't play last night, but he played in Game 1. Went 0 for 2, a run scored and an RBI. Brings a lot of energy in this Bourne lineup. He's looking to kickstart it as the 1-0 fastball is inside, 2-0. 200 hitter in the postseason with a home run and 3 RBIs. And a 2-0 count here against Truitt. Left-handed center fielder. Fastball is outside, 3-0 now to Ciuffreda. Top of the order, and Jonathan Vastine awaits on deck. 3-0. Fastball down the chute, 3-1. That didn't leave the shoulder of Ciuffreda. 3-1, Truitt a deep breath. He comes set. Here's the pitch home. Ciuffreda, ground ball up the middle. That'll split the middle infielders and roll into center field for Bourne's first base hit of the night. And it's Pete Ciuffreda getting the offense going.
Good swing there for Pete. And a guy this season, a lot of ups and downs for him early on. It was strong start of the season to Ciuffreda, slowed down, not in the lineup a ton, but came into the postseason and had some timely hitting early on in the West Finals against Hyannis.
Avery's looking to get this Bourne offense going in Game 3, their first hit. He leads off first. Vastine in the batter's box. A throw over to first by Truitt, and Ciuffreda's back standing. Ciuffreda's got some speed. He was 9 for 10 in stolen bases during the regular season. And so far in the postseason, he's 1 for 2. Another throw over to first, and Ciuffreda back standing once again. Vastine worked to walk his first time up. Went 1 for 4 in Game 2. First pitch to Vastine. He turns, pops it up. This will tail out of play down the third base side. And it's 0-1.
And some fans here, too, outside of the stadium, hanging on the fence on the road as well. That's how really packed tonight is here from Eldridge Park on the outsides as well.
Here's the 0-1 from Truitt. Vastine, a pop-up. Straight behind home plate. Hunter moving over. This will just get over the Bourne dugout into foul ground. And the count moves to 0-2.
Yeah, Hunter running to the on-deck circle here on the third base side. Diggs had to move out of the way, and all the bad boys as well. This one just getting over the netting.
An 0-2 count to Vastine. Ciuffreda off first. There's one away in the top of the third. Truitt set from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 to Vastine. Fastball high and outside. 1-2. Orleans has struck first in all 3 games here in this series. Bourne had the answer in game 1. Did not have a comeback mentality in game 2. The 1-2 to Vastine. It's a breaking ball that sails high. 2-2. Vastine looking to keep this inning going here for Bourne. Ciuffreda off first with a 2-step lead. The 2-2. Fastball high and outside, and count runs full to Vastine once again. He's battled back again. Was in an 0-2 hole his first time up. Came back and worked a walk. Was an 0-2 count once again, and the count is full here. Truitt looks in. He's got his sign from Hunter. Here's the 3-2 home. Ciuffreda's going, and Vastine catches a piece, lifts it foul, straight back. We'll go again.
And a good pitch there from Truitt. That's an elevated fastball, with Vastine just spoiling it. Waiting another pitch here, and what a walk could do, or just Vastine keeping this inning going. How that changes the complexion of this inning. JKG and Diggs to follow. What that could do here for Bourne to strike.
Ciuffreda with a 2-step lead over at first. Here's the 3-2. Vastine again, another foul ball down the left field line. Vastine looks in. Truitt's got his sign from the stretch, and he'll throw over to first. Ciuffreda head first dive. No tag from Hallback. Middle infield pinching up the middle, and Oyama and Penny. They've already turned one double play. Here's the payoff pitch to Vastine. It's outside, ball 4. Vastine has come up to the plate twice. He's head on down to first twice, both being walks. And Bourne with their best chance so far, runners at first and second with Josh Kuroda-Grauer coming up to bat.
And those are the at-bats there that you need in an elimination game here in championship baseball. Long at-bat there from Vastine, extending the inning here, and you bring up your best RBI man here in the postseason in Kuroda-Grauer.
Josh is 0 for 1. Flew up to center field his first time up. There was a mound visit, or at least a conversation on the mound between Henry Hunter and Evan Truitt. Bourne looking to answer here on the top of the third. It's 1-0 Orleans after a solo home run from second baseman Joe Oyama. That began the bottom of the first. Kuroda-Grauer digs in. First pitch from Truitt. Fastball in the zone, a called strike. Ciuffreda began this one-out rally with a base hit up the middle, Bourne's first hit. Vastine worked another walk. He's over at first. Kuroda-Grauer swings and misses on the 0-1, and it's 0-2. Josh has delivered 13 RBIs this postseason for Bourne. He's looking for 14 to tie the game at 1. Here's the 0-2. Catches a piece with a foul ball, lifted down the first base side into a sea of fans. And it's not just the first base side on the hill that has this place packed. It's all across the outfield and down the third base side as well. Cam alluded to the fans on the road even watching this game. The 0-2, Kuroda-Grauer lined up the middle. Flipped by Penny to Oyama to second for 1. Fires on to first. They've done it again. Another 6-4-3 twin killing for the Firebirds ends the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom half with Orleans up 1-0 over the Braves here in Game 3.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
This is Jonathan Vastine, and you're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Game 3. Winner take all here in the 2023 Cape League season. Orleans and Bourne. Both these teams early on in the season sat in last place of their divisions. Orleans started 2-6. Bourne was 0-4-1 through the first week of the season. Now they're the last two standing. Looking to decide who stands atop the throne here tonight. Oyama leads off here in the bottom of the third. Levesque, first pitch. Fastball showing bunt was Oyama. Misses inside for ball one. Oyama was trying to go for the drag bunt. He left the box. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Oyama began the bottom of the first with his second home run of the postseason, deep to right field. As Cam said, it's been short king summer for Joe Oyama. .360 average in the regular season, 5 home runs. The 1-1, low and outside, 2-1. Oyama just stands at 5'7" out of UC Irvine. Here's the 2-1 from Levesque. Fastball inside, 3-1. The 3-1, Oyama, deep fly ball in the left field. Peterson going back at the track. He's done it again! Joe Oyama, have yourself a playoffs. His second home run of the night in 2 at-bats. And it's 2-0 Firebirds.
And you can feel this place on their feet right now. That's Oyama's 7th home run total on the summer, including the regular season where he hit 5. And that time he goes the opposite way, left center field for the lefty.
Levesque's first pitch to Trimble outside for ball one. Goes to the backstop, 1-0. 3 of the last 4 at-bats for Joe Oyama have ended in solo home runs. And right now, he's the difference here in Game 3, a pair of solo home runs. 1-0 to Trimble. This is outside, 2-0.
And Oyama, too, has turned it on the last 2 games.
2-0, swing and a miss from Trimble on the fastball from Levesque. It's 2-1.
And turning it on now, and as we talked about, coming into last night, he was a 143 hitter here in the postseason, and last 2 nights been big.
2-1, changeup, swing and a miss from Trimble, and Levesque has battled back to work the count full. The 2-2, high and outside. Now it's full, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Levesque. Swing and a miss. Trimble down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Levesque, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd.
And so far for Levesque, his looks solid on the mound. It's really just been Joe Oyama right now, and that's truly just been the issue towards the top of the order. Outside of that, 2 hits for Orleans and 3 strikeouts here for Levesque. He's had a lot of his stuff working. It's really just been that fastball, too, that's been his main pitch.
Looking to get through Jack Penny here. First pitch off speed, hangs upstairs. 1-0. Penny ripped a single in the right field his first time up. He was stranded on the bases in the bottom of the first. Came into tonight batting .333 in the postseason. 1-0. It's downstairs, 2-0. Penny, a fly ball deep to center field. Chufreda going back. It's way deep out in center field, but not deep enough as Chufreda is able to make the catch for the second out. 4:34 to dead center here at Eldridge Park. Solid swing from Penny, but not going to get out here.
Yeah, so deep there in dead center field, and Chufreda's in normal depth, still has so much room to run, even if he has to go back deep.
First pitch to Hallback, he fouls it straight back, and it's 1-0. Joe Oyama stands atop the dugout steps cheering on his teammates. He's been the difference here tonight. 2 solo home runs. 0-1. Downstairs to Hallback, 1-1. Bourne, their offense had their best chance in the top of the third, but Oyama's been at the heart of 2 6-4-3 double plays for the Firebirds. 1-1, cut and missed from Hallback, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Matt, as you said, Oyama very vocal right now, talking to Hallback, who's in the box right now, and he's been the charge.
Here's a 1-2. Fastball high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 hits for Orleans. 1 for Bourne. Levesque set quickly. Here's the 2-2. He got him swinging. 4 strikeouts for Tristan Levesque, and after the solo home run from Oyama to begin the bottom of the third, he puts down the next 3 Orleans hitters to end the inning. We head into the fourth with Orleans up 2-0 here in Game 3. I'll hand play-by-play off to Cam Manna when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun.
Joe Oyama has been the difference so far for the Firebirds. 2-0 Orleans here in game number 3 of the Cape League Championship Series. Top of the fourth, Bourne, some work to do on the offensive side. 3-4-5 in their order. Kendall Diggs, Bryce Eblin, Derek Bender due up. Evan Truitt back at the bump. First pitch to Diggs, line drive, right center field into the alley for a base hit. Diggs takes a turn at first base, he'll stay there. The second hit for the Bravos and Kendall Diggs on the bags. Kendall Diggs struggling here in the postseason, 0 for 4 last night. But first pitch swinging there off of Truitt and slaps one into the gap. Brings up Bryce Eblin.
Exactly how you want to start this inning if you're Bourne. You need a run. It's not out of reach. Solo home runs aren't going to hurt you, but this Orleans pitching staff has been so outstanding this entire season.
First pitch to Eblin, breaking ball at the belt, a called strike. Truitt so far has gotten help from 2 inning-ending double plays, 6-4-3. Eblin 0 for 1 so far. 1 for 4 last night, an RBI double. Truitt from the first base side of the rubber. 0-1. Eblin pops it up third base side. This one's going to sail towards the road. One team after tonight, crowned champion. The final game here of the Cape League season, no matter what. And such a loud environment here tonight from Eldridge Park. A sea of fans both on the first and third base sides. Truitt leans over, a long look in for the sign. Shakes off Hunter, now agrees. Two-step lead for Diggs at first. The 0-2, not fishing is Eblin. This is a breaking ball in the dirt. And for Eblin, what he has done for this team, broke a record last night, 9 consecutive games with playoff hits dating back to last summer as well. That's a Cape League record. Still in search of his first hit here tonight. 1-2, Eblin ground ball right side under the glove of Hallback. Diggs to second, Eblin to first. This ball's trickling in foul territory. Diggs now to third, Eblin to second base. And the Bravos in business here in the top of the fourth. Second and third, and here comes Derek Bender.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little bit of luck on your side here if you're Bourne, and Eblin another base hit. That's every game this postseason, so that's 10 postseason games in a row for him. 23 total after their 15-game hitting streak to end the regular season, and that one sneaking under the glove of Hallback. Bourne looking to answer here.
And Derek Bender, can he do the answering for the Bravos offense? Truitt sets. First pitch, Bender pops it up out of play. Bender 0 for 1, 0 for 3 last night. Matt alluded to his struggle, but has had 2 good games here in the postseason. And it's been the long ball. 2 home runs on 7 RBIs. Middle infield pinching, outfield straight away here for Orleans. They're in front 2-0, Bourne with 2 runners on. The 0-1 pitch, Bender clips it back out of play once again. Every moment matters so much more here in an elimination game. And Bourne, their best opportunity yet. Truitt, glove of the belt here on an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side, into right field, it's a base hit. Diggs scores, Eblin's getting the wave. Picked up and right from Trimble, the throw home. It's in time! Chris Engstred, the home plate umpire, said they got Eblin right on the shoulder. Scott Landers does not like the call. But Derek Bender, an RBI single. Bourne gets on the board. It's 2-1.
You love the aggressive send from Topoleski at third. It was going to be a bang-bang play, and it took a perfect throw from Trimble to get him. One hopped in the chest of Hunter. You also got to make sure the catcher secures it, and our vision was a little blocked. I couldn't tell you how close it was, but
pick over to first as Garrett Michelle steps in. My angle a little bit better than Matt's, just being to the right of Matt, so I just snuck my head around and saw the tag as Eblin came in. Very close call. First pitch to Michelle, ground ball right side, into right field once again. Bender the wave at second base, now the stop sign. He'll hold there. But Bourne, the Lumber waking up here on the top of the 4th inning. 4 straight hits, all singles. And first and second here with 1 out.
Well, now even with that out, you just keep it going. That is 4 straight hits for the Braves. And we're aided by an error, but Kelly Nicholson will come out of the dugout. And looks like they might be going to the pen here if you're Orleans.
Kelly Nicholson, the winner of the 2005 Cape League Final, as the manager for Orleans, taking down Bourne. And he'll go to the bullpen here. Evan Truitt out of the game. He was good so far. 1 strikeout and no runs through 3. But Bourne, 4 straight singles. They're down 2-1. First and second with 1 out. We'll get the new pitcher and everything you need to know when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Not being able to make it to Doran Park is no excuse to miss the Braves in action. You can watch every Bravos home game live on the Bourne Braves television network. From stellar pitching performances, dazzling defensive plays, and big-time power displays, you can catch it all from the comfort of your home. It's your favorite Cape League team live on your screen. Just head to the Bourne Braves YouTube and join the fun.
You can catch the Bourne Braves all summer long at Doran Park. With more than 20 home games this season, Braves baseball is just a short drive away, whether you're on or off the Cape. With free admission to every Cape Cod League game, nights at Doran Park provide family fun for everyone. First pitch for all Braves home games is at 6, and you can check out the Bravos' full schedule over at our website, bournebraves.org.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention. We're back here from Eldridge Park in the top of the 4th inning, and the Braves in business. First and second with 1 out. Sam Peterson will be the hitter, and Matthew Watson, the new pitcher here. Out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. This will be his 3rd appearance here in the postseason. 1-0, no earned runs so far on 4 1/3 innings pitched. 3 punch-outs to 1 walk. Had a 1.28 ERA during the regular season. On 5 appearances, all out of the bullpen for Watson. The 6'5 righty here will work from the stretch. Standing on the first base side of the rubber. It's Michelle off first, Bender off second. Bender's the tying run. Michelle's the go-ahead. The righty and Peterson steps in here. Watson. First pitch, Peterson clips it back. Peterson ended that second inning on a 6-4-3 double play. Went 2 for 4 last night, 2 RBIs. Had a 2 RBI or an RBI double, a ground rule double. That put Bourne on the board to make it 4-2 in bottom 9 last night. Watson, a deep breath. A look at second at Bender. 0-1 pitch. Peterson, a pop fly out of play, first base side. Peterson, 3rd in average here on the Braves roster in the postseason. 400 hitter on 6 RBIs, a triple and a double for the Iowa outfielder. The outfield straight away here for Orleans. Middle infield pinching. First baseman and Hall back behind Michelle at first. Watson sets. The 0-2. Fastball out of play once again from Peterson. Just staying alive. It was Diggs to start the inning on a leadoff single. Eblin followed. They got some help on a weird bounce from Hall back. And Derek Bender coming up big with an RBI single. Can Watson put down Peterson? Bender bouncing around. The 0-2 pitch. This is a changeup low, and Peterson holding back, not bringing out the fishing rod. New Contreras and Pietrufreda to follow here in the order for Bourne. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Bourne down by 1. Here's the 1-2. Peterson, a pop fly, first base side. And this one into the sea of fans. Hall back, ranging over towards the dugout. And Matt, we've seen that here in the postseason. The long ABs continue to be a thing between Orleans and Bourne.
That's playoff baseball for you, that fight that you get in every at-bat. No one wants to go down easily.
Can Sam Peterson deliver here for the Bravos? He's done it all postseason long. The 1-2 once again. Peterson a swing and a miss. Bender going to throw to third. Got him! Henry Hunter. Strike him out, throw him out. And he stops the Bravos' threat here in the top of the 4th inning. Orleans keeps it where it is. It's 2-1. Bottom four coming up, but we'll send it over to the third member of our crew. Here's Ali Navarrete.
Thank you, Cam. Tough break for the Braves there, looking to take the lead over Orleans here for the first time tonight. But they've managed to get one back, and a lot of that thanks to Kendall Diggs, who got us started with a single there. And I had a chance to talk to Kendall before the game and talked about it on the broadcast before, but him and Sam Peterson were summer ball teammates last year in the Appalachian League and were able to take home a title. So they're looking to run it back, but not in the way that Bourne is as an organization, but just together winning here tonight. I think it would mean a lot to both of them. I know when Kendall first showed up in July, Sam had already been here for a couple of days, and he said it made him even more excited to come to Bourne. So those two looking to get something done on offense as Bourne will continue to look to take the lead, but also on defense here as they'll man the corners of the outfield.
We thank you, Allie. A lot of winners on this roster for the Braves, some returners, and Peterson and Diggs. One goal here tonight to come back and run it back as champions. Bottom four coming up here from Eldridge Park. Stick with us on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org.
Game number 3 of the Cape League Finals. It all comes down to this, Orleans and Bourne. The Bravos offense get one back in the top of the fourth. They make it 2-1. And the Orleans bats back to home plate. 6-7-8 here for them, or 5-6-7 I should say. It's Eddie Micheletti, Eddie King, and Brandon Stallman. Levesque back on the bump, his first pitch. It's a fastball low. It's been Joe Oyama for Orleans, 2 solo homers, and Derek Bender, the RBI single, got 1 on the board for Bourne. 1-0 pitch, Micheletti, a deep drive towards center field, Trufetta towards the gap, but a lot of room out there. He'll make the catch in the left center field gap for out number 1.
And Levesque still getting the nod here in the 4th inning. He's done well. You know, it's just those 2 hits that will haunt you as a pitcher. 2 solo home runs to Joe Oyama, who's been outstanding in the regular season. Took a while for him to get going in the postseason, but he's come alive the last 2 games.
First pitch to King. At the letters and the heater, a called strike.
But you look through the rest of Levesque's night, hasn't given out any walks, has 4 strikeouts.
0-1, King a ground ball left side, right at Vastine at short. Takes 2 steps, fires to first. It's inside for out number 2. Would be the first 1-2-3 here for Levesque. 4th inning of work for the lefty out of URI. He'll have to get through Brandon Stallman. Stallman, one of the 4 strikeouts for Levesque. The third baseman went 1 for 4 last night. First pitch, this one right down Main Street from Levesque, 0-1. Levesque's first start, and so far, not a bad one. 0-1 pitch, this one bounces to the plate and off the home plate umpire and Chris Angstrad. Bender, the first man to greet him behind home plate. And giving him a second as he'll go out to talk to Levesque. Bender also apologizing too, just saying he should have that scoop. Just spiked in front of the plate there from Levesque. Bounced off the glove of Bender and then off the body of Angstrad. 1-1 count from the windup. The pitch, this one a fly ball deep to left field. Going back is Peterson at the warning track, but right in front of the wall. He'll make the catch for out number 3. Tristan Levesque, his first 1-2-3 here on the bump, and shade some momentum here for Bourne on the road. 2-1 after 4 here from Eldridge Park. Top 5 coming up here on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bornbraves.org, and come join the fun.
Born in Orleans, it's do or die here from Eldridge Park. At the top of the 5th inning, the Bravos, with 1 run in top 4, look to continue their offensive hot streak. 4 straight singles for Bourne in that half inning. Derek Bender highlighted on the RBI single. Bryce Evelyn just gunned out at home plate from Fenwick Trimble. By a step, they got him on the shoulder. 8-9-1 here for Bourne. New Contreras, Pete Freda, Jonathan Vastine, the 3 due-up. Matthew Watson, the 6'5 righty, back on the bump. Faced 1 batter with Sam Peterson on the strike him out, throw him out. First pitch to Contreras, a swing and a miss. Upstairs in the fastball was Watson. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna. Happy you could join us here on this Sunday night. Watson from the stretch. 0-1, breaking ball chopped up the middle at shortstop. Penny picks it up, glove grab, fires to first, and it's in time for out number 1.
And for Bourne, now you're kind of set back to square zero, but you got your offense going there in that 4th inning, 4 hits. Truitt's gone, and now you got to get set to face this righty and Watson, who's been outstanding in the regular season and in the postseason as well. Bourne saw him once in his first appearance, where he just went 2/3 of an inning, but struck out both batters he's faced.
Here's Pete Freda. First pitch, a wave and a miss at the breaking ball. Freda 1 for 1. Singled back in the 3rd. That first hit for Bourne. Watson, the highlight kick. 0-1. Fastball at the letters, a called strike. Quickly 0-2. Orleans, 2 one-run victories here in the postseason. Won a close one last night. Looking to do the same here. Freda, ground ball in the 0-2. Right side, Oyama picks it up at second, fires to first, and 2 ground outs. Penny and Oyama, who have forced 2 inning-ending double plays. 2 outs here in top 5. But last night's game, Orleans was in full command. Bourne came back. 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Lost 4-3. Orleans has done that. They've won close games and have held down to the wire with their pitching. Top of the order, here's Vastine. First pitch dribbled foul from the lefty. Vastine so far 0 for 0, has walked twice. Batting .419 here in the playoffs. Watson, glove of the belt, 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball grounded, first base side. Diving grab from Holback, picks it up, throws to Watson, and it's in time on the PFPs. Holback going full extension, getting dirty. And Watson bumping off the mound. That ends the inning. Back-to-back 1-2-3s. Bourne gets 1. Orleans gets 1 of their own. And after 4.5 here from Eldridge Park, the Firebirds in front, 2-1 on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
More to Marty Chevrolet, your dealer for the people, proudly supports the Bourne Braves baseball team. See all our cars and trucks at martychevrolet.com, and go Braves.
Moving along here from Eldridge Park, it's the Cape League Finals. It's game number 3, Orleans and Bourne, a 2005 championship rematch. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna. It's been a good one so far. Orleans, 2 runs, both in the Joe Oyama solo home runs. Bourne got 1 in the top of the 4th with Derek Bender on an RBI single. We'll see Oyama this inning. 8-9-1 for Orleans, Justin Rubin, Henry Hunter, and Oyama back to the top. Tristan Levesque on the bump here for his 5th inning of work. So far, 4 hits allowed, the 2 runs, both on 1 swing from Oyama. And his first start so far, it's been quality for Bourne. First pitch to Rubin from Levesque. It's a fastball upstairs. Rubin was called out on batter's interference back in the 2nd inning. Levesque from the windup. 1-0. Fastball in there at the belt. He's a 167 hitter here in the playoffs. Batted .368 during the regular season. Levesque's 1-1. Fastball, deep drive, right field. Diggs takes a few steps towards the line, settles under it. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
You got to tip your cap here to Tristan Levesque. First start this postseason, biggest stage. He's done really well. He's given his team a chance to win. He's only got 2 hits they'd like to have back. To the man standing on deck in Joe Oyama. Outside of that, he's been really, really strong on the mound, letting his defense behind him make plays.
Here's Henry Hunter, bottom of the Orleans order. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch, fastball to the backstop from Levesque. Hunter had 2 home runs in the regular season. One of them came here against Bourne. That was way back on July 14th on a 4-2 Orleans win. 1-0. Hunter a big swing and a miss. Levesque to the heater. 1-1. Levesque works so quickly. Hunter steps out. Now Levesque sent. 1-1. Breaking ball low and outside. 2-1. Hunter, the catcher out of Georgia. Second start here in the playoffs against Bourne. Levesque steps off here. Now back on the bump. 2-1 pitch. This one bounces the plate, makes it 3-1. Joe Oyama waiting on deck here. Hunter 1 for 3 in game number 1 in his last start. Waves his bat twice. Levesque sets, glove at his face. Looking to work back. 3-1. Fastball, deep drive towards right field. Diggs back towards the warning track at the wall. Diggs right at the warning track, makes the catch. A sigh of relief for Bourne. This ball hanging up in the air, and Diggs goes all the way back towards the fence and makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, that ball, 98 off the bat, goes 338. That's probably as deep as it can go. And Scott Lander's going to go to the bullpen here. He doesn't want Levesque to face Oyama for a 3rd time, and there's the point. To the bullpen here, Anthony DeFabia was up in the bullpen for Bourne. Another lefty coming in, but Levesque, his night might be done, and he's going to be upset about those 2 home runs given up to Oyama, but that's it. He was outstanding tonight. 4 2/3. That's more than you could have asked for a left-hander who just got to Bourne at the end of July.
Levesque's first start as a Brave. He won't get the last out here in the 5th inning as Joe Oyama comes to the plate. We'll get you the new pitcher and everything you need to know. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention. Two away here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we return from Eldridge Park. Tristan Levesque, his night comes to the end. 4 2/3 of innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned, no walks, and 4 Ks for the lefty out of URI, and gives way to another southpaw out of Stetson, Anthony DeFabia. His second appearance here in the postseason. Went 2/3 against Hyannis in the Game 3 victory. Got the final out to send Bourne here to the championship final. But Joe Oyama, top of the order, stepping in. 2 swings for Oyama, the 2 runs for Orleans. Lander's not letting Levesque see Oyama. He'll give it to DeFabia. From the windup is DeFabia. Fires in his first pitch. Breaking ball, dribbled foul, first base side.
DeFabia was with Bourne earlier in the season. They released him. He went to the NECBL. Now he's back.
0-1. Breaking ball just clips the outside corner. Makes it 0-2.
Went to the Mystic Schooners, made 5 appearances, all of them starts, so he's got that endurance in him.
0-2, got him on the outside corner. Welcome into the game, Anthony DeFabia. Puts down the hot bat in Joe Oyama to end the bottom of the 5th inning. Orleans still in front 2-1, but Bourne coming back with the sticks. Top 6 coming up here from Eldridge Park.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
This is JKG. You're listening to the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
A packed house here from Eldridge Park. It's game number 3 of the Cape League Finals, Bourne and Orleans. One more time for all the marbles. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday night. 2-3-4 here for Bourne. Josh Krotograuer, Kendall Diggs, and Bryce Eblin do up. Matthew Watson, his second full inning of work here out of the bullpen for the Firebirds, replacing Evan Truitt. Krotograuer 0 for 2 so far. The righty steps in here back of the box. Watson from the stretch. First pitch, fastball at the knees. It's called strike. A 4-3 Orleans victory last night at Doran Park in game number 2 to send it here. Watson, a deep breath. 0-1 pitch, back to the heater. This one dips low, 1-1. And there the Let's Go Braves chants. Some young Bravos fans right behind us, walking around the stadium here. Gotta love summer baseball. 1-1, swing and a miss. Krotograuer out in front. JKG Big here in the postseason. Made SportsCenter top 10 here in Game 1 on a diving grab from Eldridge Park. 1-2 pitch. This one hangs low in the dirt and blocked from Hunter. Makes it 2-2. What a turnaround for Grauer. 190 hitter in the regular season, and no one remembers that now. His dominance here in playoff baseball. Watson a long look in. 2-2 pitch. This one a dribble or foul. Rolls first base side. It was Diggs who started the inning in the fourth when Bourne got their run. He's on deck. Eblin, Bender, and Michelle to follow. All had hits. It was Bender's RBI single that made it 2-1. Long AB here to start the top of the sixth. 2-2 count. Watson glove of the belt. Here's the offering. Grauer, line drive, right field over the first baseman in Hall back. Rolls towards the line, and Grauer into first base. Fell down at the bag, too. And now stands back up. Doesn't matter how you get it done. Grauer on the bags. And continues his playoff hitting streak. Comes in here and keeps it going in Game 3.
And Josh last night, he picked up his 15th hit. That's now his 16th. That's the most in playoff history in the Cape. So that just speaks volumes to what Josh has done this postseason for the Braves. And now you give way to that heart of the order that sparked that rally for Bourne in the fourth. There's a lefty up in the Orleans bullpen, and someone that Bourne saw before, Everett Catlett.
Saw Catlett in game number 1 between these two teams. Diggs now stepping in here, but Kelly Nicholson, the manager for Orleans, now walking out to the mound. Will this do it for Watson? Nicholson giving a look towards Angstrad. May give some time here for the pitcher, but they're going to point towards the bullpen, and that's going to do it here for Watson. Catlett looks like will come to the game for Orleans. A runner on here for Bourne. JKG, the leadoff guy on the bags. Nobody out when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? 2-1 out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry. Just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Kelly Nicholson grabs the ball from Matthew Watson. Everett Catlett now in the game for Orleans, the lefty out of Georgetown. And if you remember the name, you saw him in game number 1 here at Eldridge Park against Bourne. Went 4 1/3, 1 earned, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 1 K. But Matt and I were talking about it during the break. Catlett threw 55 pitches, Matt, just 2 days ago. What's his stamina here, and what is Nicholson want out of the lefty?
I think this is more of a situational change. You got 2 lefties coming up, and Kendall Diggs and Bryce Seblin, that sparked that Bourne offense in the 4th inning with back-to-back singles, and you got a speedy Grauer at first. If you're able to find a gap here, if you're Diggs or Eblin, you're looking at Grauer getting to 3rd, potentially even going home depending on how deep it is. But Kelly Nicholson, he wants the lefty on the lefties. I can't imagine that you're going to let him go too long just because, you know, he's got a season at Georgetown to go to, and you don't want to ruin his arm.
He's on the bump here. Kendall Diggs in the box. First pitch, it's a fastball low and outside to Diggs. As Matt alluded to, Diggs started that rally in the fourth. Singled and scored, the only run for the Braves. Has Grauer off first base, middle infield pinching. The pitch, this one clipped first base side and foul. Gatlin a long look in here from the third base side of the rubber. The 6'7" left-hander. 1-1. Fastball called, strike on the outer half. Makes it 1-2. Third pitcher here for Orleans. Last night they only used 3 in the 9-inning thriller. Can Diggs keep the rally going? Nobody out. 1-2. This one shot foul first base side, and Diggs stays alive. As Matt said too, Grauer on first base, him and Eblin both making history this postseason. Eblin turning over from last summer with consecutive hits, and Grauer with the hit streak as well here in the playoffs. A lot of multi-hit games as well. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball up and inside to Diggs. He holds off. Puts the count at 2-2. Scoreboard turned off here from Eldridge Park. Now it's back on. Penny and Oyama back up the middle. They've already turned 2 double plays tonight. Catlett looking for that ground ball. He looks at first. 2-2. Diggs, a line drive up the middle. This one over the head of Oyama and into right center. Grauer to second base, and Kendall Diggs. Back-to-back singles. First and second for Bourne, nobody out. And here comes the Bravos man, Bryce Eblin.
That one just out of reach for Oyama. He really got up there to try and make that leaping grab, and Grauer had to wait as long as he could, just as able to get over his head on a fastball low in the zone.
Oyama stands at 5'7". Tougher play for him to make there up the middle. Bryce Eblin, the lefty, steps in. He shows bunt, first pitch. Called strike, Eblin pulling back. It's not going to matter. Have not seen Bourne go small ball often here in the postseason. A chance there for Eblin. Third baseman Stallman, his toes on the grass. Hallback creeping in at first. 2 runners on here for Bourne, nobody out. They trail by 1. Catlett stares in. 0-1 pitch, ground ball up the middle. Penny picks it up at short. On to second for 1. Oyama to first, the scoop from Hallback over his head. Here comes Grauer. The ball's in foul territory. He's going to score. Eblin to second base. And the Bravos tie it at 2 here in the top of the 6th.
Sometimes you need just a little bit of luck on your side, and Bourne got in that 4th inning. That ground ball from Eblin got under the glove of Hallback, and then Oyama tried to make that sliding stop. He kicked it into foul ground. Here, he was kind of a couple steps from second base when Penny made the flip, so he caught it while he was moving and had to throw off his back foot. That's what forced the low throw, and Hallback couldn't make the pick.
Here's Derek Bender. First pitch, fastball up and away. Would have been a huge double play there for Orleans, and we brought it up. Would have been the 3rd time. But Oyama, tough play to make, had no momentum towards the bag, and Hallback couldn't make the scoop. Go-ahead run on second for Bourne. That's Eblin. 1-0 to Bender. Swing and a miss. Big hack from Derek Bender on the 1-0. Bender 1 for 2. That RBI single was caught stealing at third to end the 4th inning. Catlett stands tall here. 2-step lead for Eblin off second base. The 1-1. This one just outside. Bender holding back. Makes it 2-1. 8 RBIs now here in the playoffs for Derek Bender. The engine all summer long for the Bourne offense. The intensity continuing to rise here from Eldridge Park. 2-1, wave and a miss. Elevated fastball from Catlett. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can Catlett put Bender down here? Bourne on the brink of taking the lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Bender a drive. Left center field. It's a base hit. Eblin getting the wave. He's going to score easily. Bender turning on the burners. He's heading to second base. The Bravos on their feet and in front. It's 3-2 here in the top of the 6th.
97 off the bat of Bender. And Cam, you talked about it in Tomahawk Talk. You needed Derek Bender to get his bat going in this game. That's his second RBI, a single, now a double. And just like that, Bourne's in front.
Derek Bender, timely here in the postseason. Gives way to Garrett Michelle, who's 1 for 1. First pitch to the lefty. Garrett Michelle a check swing. He went around, says Engstrad, 0-1. But the whole Bourne dugout coming out to greet Eblin, who was scoring there. Bender smoked that one, rolling to the fence in left center. Still 1 away here in the top of the 6th. 0-1 to Michelle, a dribbler first base side into the Orleans dugout. We mentioned before this game the pitching, how much that's going to matter down the stretch. What does either side have in their bullpen to muster them through game number 3? Catlett, 0-2. Fastball low and outside, makes it 1-2. Penny holding on Bender at second base. 8 hits now for the Bourne offense. Michelle has one of them. Can he do it again? He widens the stance. 1-2, breaking ball. Got him, strike 3. Big bounce back at bat for Everett Catlett. 2 away here in the top of the 6th.
And Kelly Nicholson's going to go back to the bullpen here. Righty probably coming in. It is a righty for Orleans. You had to imagine that the leash was short for Catlett, and it was, really just hoping to get one out or get out of this and get 1 inning probably through him before heading back to the bullpen. And Derek Bender made the lefty pay, and now Bourne's in front.
Derek Bender made him pay indeed. The Bravos in front 3-2. Both teams on the brink of elimination here in game number 3. With 2 away, a new pitcher in the game for Orleans. We'll give you that and everything you need to know when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. And with 6 convenient urgent care centers across Cape Cod from Falmouth to Orleans, we're ready to treat a wide variety of minor illnesses and injuries, so you can get back to your regular scheduled summer plans quickly. Open daily with no appointment needed and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Health Urgent Care, minor emergencies, major attention.
Well, here's the spot. 2 outs, runner on second here for Bourne. Sean Matson in the game. Sam Peterson at the plate. Last night, first batter that Matson saw was Peterson. A ground rule double, got an RBI in bottom 9. First pitch, Peterson, line drive right on cue. Left field, Bender the wave at third base. Picked up and left from Micheletti. The throw, off the mark. Sam Peterson. Could we say some deja vu? The Bravos in front, 4-2.
Not too often that you see a righty come in facing a righty and feel super confident, but Sam Peterson in that moment, he knows Sean Matson, was going to probably start with a breaking ball. It was Peterson that took him almost deep on a fastball, and that one hung right in the middle of the zone, 100 miles an hour off the bat.
Here's Nucontratis. First pitch in the attic, 1-0. Peterson's 7th RBI here in the postseason. 2 RBIs on back-to-back nights. Both come off Matson in 2 different spots. Now extending Bourne. Pick over to first from Matson. Peterson just back. But Matson's so big for this team during the regular season. No earned runs. Contreras shows bunt, Peterson going. Pitch low, Hunter's throw. It's spiked and not in time. Sam Peterson. Hot Wheels beat that. He's on second base. That's Bourne's 5th run. The Let's Go Braves chants loud here on the third base side. Contreras. Here's the pitch. This one outside to Nucontratis. 3-0. Contreras 0 for 2 so far. Looking to extend here for Bourne. Matson's 3 out. Contreras at the take sign. This one is low, and it's ball 4. 2 away here in the top of the 6th, and Bourne not done yet. First and second, and here comes Pete Ciuffreda.
Man, you would think you're at Doran Park with how loud this third base side is right now. And rightfully so.
Ciuffreda 1 for 2. Stands tall in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch, this one popped up high in the infield on the first base side. Matson coming over, Hunter can't see it. He finally makes the catch, throwing off his mask. A sigh of relief there for Orleans, but Bourne in front here in the top of the 6th inning. Sam Peterson coming up big, and the Bravos offense in front 4-2. And Bourne, why are they hyped up right now? Well, Allie Navarrete, she may have more.
Thank you, Cam. Right after Anthony DeFabia came in for Tristan Levesque, who had a great day, by the way, besides those 2 solo shots to Joe Oyama. Right after Anthony DeFabia came in and struck out Oyama, all the guys came back into the dugout and huddled around head coach Scott Landers, and he said, it's time to go. He got those guys fired up. It's the first time all year that I've seen him gather the team like that, and obviously it worked because the Bourne Bats are hot now. Take the lead, of course, and really took the words from Coach to heart. I see him smiling right now, tapping our bat boy Cooper on the head, and I think the vibes are pretty good over there, but a lot of game left.
A lot of game left indeed, Allie, and this one so far, it's been back and forth all series long, but Bourne in front 4-2. Bottom 6 coming up here from Eldridge Park. Game number 3 of the Cape League Finals here from Eldridge Park, and you can feel it. The intensity on an all-time high. Packed house. 2 of the best teams on Cape Cod facing off. Bottom 6, Bourne now in front 4-2 on a 3 spot in the top of the 6th. 2-3-4 here for Orleans. Anthony DeFabia back on the bump for Bourne. Lefty on ready to start. First pitch, fastball upstairs. Alongside Matt Scalzo, I'm Cam Manna. Just heard from Allie Navarrete. She was talking about how pumped up this team is and what Landers did to pump up this team. 1-0, bounces to the plate. But, Matt, the little things like that matter so much here in championship baseball.
Yeah, you need anything that can get your team going. Bourne's got that momentum right now, but you shift back to your pitcher. You need a shutdown inning.
2-0 to Trimble. Ground ball up the middle. Vastine picks it up at short. Now bobbles, fires a hard throw to first. Got him by a step. That's out number 1.
That's a great play from Vastine. It took a weird little hop when it got to that dirt, so he watched it extra long into his glove. He took a couple crow hop steps to fire that strike onto first. And, man, I'd love to get a radar gun on Vastine's throw from shortstop because those are coming in hot.
Here's the lefty, Jack Penny. First pitch to the 3-hitter. It's low in the zone. Penny 1 for 2 so far, singled back in the first. DeFabia from the windup. 1-0, check swing, roller third base side. DeFabia picks it up, throws to first on the spin. Oh, yeah! Anthony DeFabia. Show off the agility. Bouncing off the mound. That's out number 2.
Man, DeFabia is coming in some big spots right now. This spot, the biggest. And there's a huge play there.
Here's the righty Matt Hallback. First pitch, fastball just above the letters. Hallback's 0 for 2. The righty stands tall. DeFabia fires on the 1-0 pitch. Fastball just below the knees. Second time DeFabia goes down 2-0. Normal depth here for the Bourne defense. DeFabia looking to work back. 2-0. Fastball down Broadway makes it 2-1. The Bravos in front 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 away. 2-1 pitch. This one line hard foul first base side. Off the netting above the Orleans dugout. 2-2 count. And some claps here from Eldridge Park from the Bourne faithful. DeFabia, the long look in. 2-2 with 2 away. The pitch, fastball up and inside. Hallback not biting. Works it full. The Bravos looking to keep it where it is here in game number 3. Here's the payoff. Ground ball right back at DeFabia. Are you kidding me? End the inning. Anthony DeFabia. 2 of the best plays you'll see be made by a pitcher on the bump. He ends the bottom of the 6th here from Eldridge Park. The Braves in command over Orleans here in game number 3, 4-2. Top 7 coming up. All hand play-by-play off to Matt Scalzo for the final time here in 2023.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area in our can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos,
We're into the top of the 7th here from Eldridge Park. It's 4-2 Braves over the Firebirds in Game 3. Jonathan Vastine cuts and misses on a first pitch fastball from Sean Matson, and it's 0-1. Braves up 4-2. 3 runs in the top of the 6th. Vastine, another swing and a miss on the 0-1. The throwback from Hunter catches the bat of Vastine, rolls down the third base side. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna, and Cam did such an unbelievable job through those middle 3 innings, and it's been a pleasure of mine to work with Cam this entire summer. The 0-2 to Vastine. Fastball's outside 1-2.
Matt, the pleasure is certainly mine.
This has been an unbelievable summer, and I've been so happy to work with Cam. 1-2 fastballs outside, 2-2 to Vastine. Nobody else I'd rather go to work with every single day.
I'm going to get choked up. We'll have to hold on here.
2-2. Breaking ball slips out of the hand of Matson and hangs upstairs. And once you know it, Vastine has battled back from an 0-2 hole, and the count runs full. 3-2 here to lead off the top of the 7th. The payoff pitch, and Vastine knobs it off of home plate. Bourne fell behind early off 2 solo home runs from Joe Oyama. They've scored 4 unanswered runs. The 3-2, swing and a miss from Vastine. Matson's got his first strikeout, and there's one away in the top of the 7th.
Great pitch there from Matson, up and outside on the elevated heater. And Vastine, that's a good 2-strike pitch that he likes to always knob off. That time just a little bit too tardy on the hot cheese.
Let's go 13. First pitch to Josh Kuroda-Grauer. Fastball beneath the knees. 1-0. Kendall Diggs due up next. Here the 1-0 to Kuroda-Grauer. Lined up the middle. Gloved by Penny on a couple of hops. Fires to first. 2 away.
And that's what Orleans needs here. They need a quick 1-2-3 to calm down the Bourne side. And that's a big part of this game right now. It's all about momentum here in Game 3. Orleans can get it back with the amount of fans here rooting them on from Eldridge Park. But a 1-2-3 can help them towards the offensive side.
Matson looking to get through the lefty and Kendall Diggs. 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch is fastball above the letters, 1-0. Diggs, he has been a part of these rallies for Bourne. His last 2 at-bats have been singles to right. 1-0 in the zone, 1-1. Diggs didn't look like he was set. Matson was coming in and thought he would have been granted time. Here's the 1-1. Diggs grounder, second base side. Oyama gloves it, fires to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 7th for Sean Matson. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Firebirds. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Here in Game 3, the Braves up 4-2.
BourneBraves.org, the official website of the Bourne Braves, is your one-stop shop for everything Bravos. From directions to the ballpark, the full game schedule, team information, game recaps, roster news, and more. BourneBraves.org is the place to go for information on your favorite team on the Cape.
This is Bourne Braves Baseball on the Bourne Braves Radio Network. You can listen to all 22 Braves regular season contests away from Doran Park here on our YouTube live stream. Can't make it to Chatham? Too worn out for Wareham? Too busy for Brewster? Not to worry, just search the Bourne Braves on YouTube, sit back, relax, and enjoy a summer night listening to your favorite team on the Cape.
Anthony DeFabia back on the mound here for the Braves in the bottom of the 7th, facing 5, 6, and 7 in the Orleans order. Eddie Micheletti, Eddie King, and Brandon Stallman due up for the Firebirds. DeFabia has been feeling it on the mound. That last inning especially, a couple 1-3 putouts, including a nice play down the third base side on a swinging bunt from Jack Penny. And then Matt Hallback, a ground ball right back up the middle. DeFabia flashing the leather and making a toss to first. Lefty on lefty against Micheletti. The windup and the pitch. Fastball inside, 1-0. Bourne up 4-2. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. The 1-0 from DeFabia. Micheletti clips it straight back, and it's 1-1. Lights on. Sun has set here from Eldridge Park. Fans lined up the first and third base side, all along the outfield as well. The final game of the season. The 1-1. Breaking ball hangs upstairs, 2-1. And what a season it has been. What a way to end the 100th year of Cape League baseball. The 2-1. Micheletti, a hard ground ball up the middle. Vastine scoops it up. Strike to first is in time. One away in the bottom of the 7th.
And this is big here for DeFabia out of the bullpen. Another guy this summer that we talk about asked to come into big spots and deliver for Bourne. And the trust on this roster top to bottom, DeFabia, another guy that's showing it so far.
Eddie King comes up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch fastball painted inside for a called strike one. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just a touch low. 1-1. Let's go Braves chants echo out down the third base side. Here's a 1-1 from DeFabia. Fastball catches the inside corner. Leaning out of the way was King. Well, that two-seamer from DeFabia right on the inner half. No shift on in the infield or the outfield. Here's the 1-2 home. Fastball checked swing by King. He holds off. That just hung upstairs. 2-2. He has to adjust his elbow guard. Brandon Stallman stands on deck. Here's a 2-2 from DeFabia, and King spoils the foul ball straight behind home plate. Orleans got ahead early up 2-0. A couple of solo home runs from Joe Oyama. Bourne with 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 6th. The 2-2, swing and a miss! King drops to a knee as DeFabia picks up his second strikeout. 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th.
Great pitch there from DeFabia, fooling King. Going down low on that pitch on the off speed, and King just way out in front.
Brandon Stallman now comes up. Lefty on lefty. DeFabia home on the first pitch. Went upstairs with a breaking ball. Fanning Stallman 0-1. Slight shift on to the lefty in Stallman. Giuffreda a few steps into the right center field gap. The 0-1 fastball right at the knees. It's quickly 0-2. And a slow clap begins here on the third base side by the Bourne dugout. DeFabia, the 0-2 home. Oh, the fastball is just outside. 1-2. DeFabio starts strutting off the mound. He thought he got Stallman. He digs back in here for a 1-2 count. The windup, the pitch home. Popped up third base side. Eblin moving into foul ground. And he makes the catch running against the fence for the third out. Anthony DeFabia, another 1-2-3 inning. We're heading to the 8th. The Braves looking to run it back. They're up 4-2 here in Game 3.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Into the 8th inning in Game 3 of the Cape League Championship Series. Bourne and Orleans. A champion will be crowned tonight, and Bourne holds a 4-2 lead. Sean Matson heads back out for his second full inning of work. Came in relief in the 6th. He'll face Bryce Eblin, followed by Derek Bender and Garrett Michelle here in the 8th inning. Righty on the lefty and Eblin. First pitch breaking ball is in the zone for strike 1. Eblin so far, a single in the 4th, was thrown out at home. Brought in a run as he reached on an error in the 6th. Eventually came around to score as the go-ahead run. Here the 0-1 chopped straight into the Orleans dugout, and it's 0-2. These two teams early on in the season found themselves in the basement of their divisions. Now they're fighting for a chance to lift the Cape League Championship trophy as the 0-2 swing and a miss from Eblin. That's Matson's second strikeout. One away in the top of the 8th. Derek Bender now digs in. And man, how big has Derek Bender been tonight here for the Braves? His RBI single in the 4th gave Bourne their first run of the game. First pitch comes in. He cuts and misses on the fastball from Matson. It's 0-1. Then his double in the 6th. Put Bourne in front, driving in Bryce Eblin. Here the 0-1. Fastball painted inside. It's 0-2. Bender doesn't like the call. He steps out of the box and digs back in. Righty on righty against Matson. Here's the 0-2. This one's crushed. Deep to left field, down the line. It is long gone. Derek Bender, a solo home run. He makes it 5-2, and it's getting chippy down at home plate. Henry Hunter and Derek Bender jawing at one another. But Derek Bender, his 3rd home run of the postseason. Get up, Bourne. It's 5-2 in the top of the 8th.
Oh, my. Derek Bender didn't like the call. And the best way to describe it is Derek Bender watched this one fly until it landed. And this game got a whole lot more chippy. Henry Hunter had some heated words in the face of Chris Angstrad. He was not happy about Derek Bender flipping his bat and taking a look at this one. But man, up and in fastball, turned and blasted from Bender. You talk about playoff baseball. If I'm going to describe one moment that I get deja vu from, Jose Bautista, the Blue Jays, I think that was back in the 2015 ALDS, if I'm not mistaken. If anyone has seen that play, very similar there from Bender.
That is the first earned run against Sean Matson this entire season. And who else but Derek Bender? A high drive to left. No doubt about it. And a long conversation here with this umpiring crew. Chris Angstrad behind the plate, Jeff Merzel, the first base umpire, Chris Scott at second, and Joe Gravina at third. There's a warning to each side. And that was the most fired up I've seen Derek Bender all season long. And with the lights fully on in the biggest stage, he delivers with a home run.
That was one of the most intense moments that I've been a part of to be on the mic for. Up and in fastball, Bender turned. From his body language, looked like it was foul, but he was just watching it. And man, Matson and the Bourne hitters have been going back and forth. Words have been exchanged all night long since he's gotten into the game. And Bender there, kissing that one goodbye, and both sides now got to keep it in check. A lot of emotions heating up here.
This Orleans pitching staff, including Sean Matson, Grayson Carter, they've been outstanding. The Braves have not shied away. First pitch to Garrett Michelle, high and inside, buzzes the tower. Michelle walks out of the box, cracks a smile. The 1-0. Breaking ball back in the zone, 1-1. Righty on lefty, and you can just feel it build with each pitch. The 1-1, down and inside, 2-1. This Bourne side is electrified. The 2-1 to Michelle, breaking ball, low and outside, 3-1. Here's a 3-1. Fastball cut and missed from Michelle. Went upstairs with it, and the count runs full with one away. Sam Peterson stands on deck for Bourne. The payoff pitch to Michelle. Fastball upstairs, an appeal down to third. Did he go around? He did not. Garrett Michelle works the one-out walk, and Bourne keeps on going here in the 8th. Sam Peterson now comes up to bat, and Sam Peterson has had Sean Matson's number. They've only faced twice, but last night a ground rule double in the 9th, and Peterson was the first batter that Matson faced, and he will not see him again as Kelly Nicholson is coming out of the Orleans dugout. We'll look to see if he's going to the bullpen. It doesn't appear that he is. Righty on righty against Peterson. He ripped that RBI double in the 6th, made it 4-2 Bourne. And Cam, we've talked about the resilience of this Bourne team throughout the entire season. How tall of a task it would be to come back here against an Orleans pitching staff, even though it is 2-0, or was 2-0. But now we've seen them take the fight to Orleans. And Derek Bender with that home run. You can't write it.
No, that one is almost out of a movie right there from Derek Bender. And what Bourne's doing right now, and as Matt, you said, down 2-0, crawling back, and the resilience of this team all summer. And we'll get into it more as the broadcast goes on, but last place to start and could be at the top of the mountain to finish.
First pitch to Peterson, a breaking ball. High and inside, some chin music. And you can just hear this Bourne side with each pitch. The 1-0 to Peterson. Fastball, cut on and missed. 1-1. Michelle over at first after a one-out walk. It's 5-2 Bourne. After that solo home run from Derek Bender. Here's the 1-1. Peterson, a swing and a miss on a fastball, 1-2. That scene between Bender and Hunter looked like it was those weigh-ins at a boxing match with two people, with the two boxers jawing at one another. Here's the 1-2 to Peterson, a breaking ball. This just loops outside. 2-2. Here's a 2-2. Fastball clipped straight back from Peterson. He's able to stay alive and keep the count where it is at 2-2. Michelle stands over at first after his second walk of the night. Peterson is 1 for 3 after his RBI single in the 6th. Throw over to first. Michelle a head first dive. He's back safely. The 2-2. Fastball. Called strike 3. Peterson frozen on the fastball right at the knees. There's 2 away on Matson's third strikeout as New Contrades will come up to bat.
And a great job there from Matson to bear down. The home run from Bender, a long at-bat, and a walk from Michelle. If you're Orleans, you got to keep it here at a 3-run game.
New Contrades comes up to bat. First pitch, an off-speed that hangs high. 1-0.
And these are the moments that these guys, Matson and the Bourne hitters, dream of. Under the lights on Cape Cod.
1-0. Contrades slaps a foul ball down the right field line. 1-1.
Under the lights on Cape Cod, their names getting chanted by the fans. And, man, what a moment this is right now.
Scott Landers said it earlier in the season. Big-time players show up when the lights go on. The 1-1 is outside to Contrades. And it's 2-1. And, man, has Bourne shown up when the lights have gone on in this postseason. The 2-1. Breaking ball outside, 3-1 now to Contrades. He worked the walk his last time up. He was the second batter that Matson faced. The 3-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 3-2. Contrades slaps his helmet. He bears down in the box. 3-2 away in the top of the 8th. Michelle off first, he's going. The pitch home, swing and a miss. Contrades chases the high fastball. Back-to-back punch-outs for Matson. 4 overall. That ends the top of the 8th, but Derek Bender. Check, please, with that solo home run to left field. It's 5-2 Braves, heading to the bottom of the 8th. They're 6 outs away from running it back.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
Bottom of the 8th here from Eldridge Park. The Braves with a 5-2 lead after Derek Bender sends a home run over the left field fence to make it 5-2. DeFabia back on the mound. First pitch right down the gut to Justin Rubin here in the bottom of the 8th. For Bender, that was his 3rd home run in the postseason. Rubin, a ground ball first base side on the 0-1. Contrades picks it up, a race to the bag. He slides in, and he's in there in time. The Bourne defense on full display.
And there's times where in the regular season, maybe the first baseman in Contrades doesn't make that that push kind of effort. Sliding to the bag at first base, doing everything you can right now. Went from 6 to 5 outs away.
Pinch hit, nope, it is Henry Hunter. My apologies. That is up to bat. Lefty on lefty. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. And it's 0-1. Hunter and Bender, the ones that got into it, as Derek Bender launched one to left field with no doubt in his mind. He stood there and watched it go. 0-1, fouled off of home plate. It's 0-2. Hunter didn't appreciate it. Gave him a little bump. The two started exchanging words, quite fiery. And now those two come together once again as Bender's behind the plate and Hunter is in the batter's box in an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from DeFabia. Swing and a miss! DeFabia with his 3rd strikeout. There's 2 away in the bottom of the 8th.
Anthony DeFabia pitching his best game. And as Matt said, when the lights come on, he's showing up. Dealing on the mound of the bullpen.
If there's anyone in the Orleans order that's going to kickstart their offense, it's Joe Yama. He's up to bat here. It's back to the top of the order. First pitch, a chopper first base side. Contrades gloves it, a race to the bag. He's got it in time. It's 10 up and 10 down for Anthony DeFabia out of the bullpen. We're heading to the 9th. The Braves looking for their 2nd consecutive Cape League title. We'll find out when we return on the Bourne Braves Broadcast Network.
Commercial Electric Solutions, Cape Cod's most valued and professional electric subcontractor who has been providing exceptional services to both commercial and residential customers for over 10 years. Do you have an electric problem? CES has the solution. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is a proud sponsor of the Bourne Braves. Cape Cod Orthopedic Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy is the region's largest and most experienced orthopedic group, accepting new patients at our Sandwich and Hyannis clinics. Convention Data Services, or CDS, is a technology company based in Bourne and a proud supporter of Cape Cod baseball. Since 1986, CDS has been delivering customized solutions to the global trade show industry. Keep up with CDS on their website at cdsreg.com and follow them on Facebook and LinkedIn.
We're into the ninth here at Eldridge Park. 1 inning to go to decide a champion in 2023. The Braves with a 5-2 lead over the Firebirds. Bourne trying to run it back for their second consecutive season. Pete Ciuffreda leads off facing Sean Matson. First pitch, the fastball is grounded down the first base side foul, and it's 0-1. Ciuffreda's 1 for 3, and he's been the heart and soul in this Bourne lineup, bringing the energy every single night, whether he's in the lineup or not. He picked up a single. It was the first hit of the night for Bourne. The 0-1. Changeup hangs upstairs, 1-1. The first hit for Bourne in the third. Here a 1-1, a high fly ball. Straightaway center field. King not having to move an inch. And he watches it into his glove for the first out in the top of the ninth. Sean Matson still out on the mound. His first earned run of the season came in the top of the 8th inning. Derek Bender, a solo home run. His third of the postseason. 7th overall. It's back to the top of the order, Jonathan Vastine. First pitch fastball. Outside, 1-0. You can hear the Vasty chants echoing out down the third base side. The 1-0 bounces in front of home plate, blocked by Hunter behind the plate. It's 1-1. Cam and I talked about it. When the lights have gone on, Bourne has showed up. And Derek Bender, a tough series, has come alive. 2-0, swing and a miss on the off speed, and it's 2-1. Bender is 3 for 4. A single, a double, and a home run. 3 RBIs. The 2-1. Vastine, a slow roller to the second baseman in Oyama. He picks it up, a toss to first in time, 2 away.
And all Orleans can do here is ask Matson for a 1-2-3 inning. And then once Matson walks off the mound and bottom 9 comes up, Orleans has their final chance. And all they can ask for here is keep it where it is at a 3-run ball game.
Josh Kuroda-Grauer, who's been the engine in this order the entire postseason, fouls the first pitch off for Matson. It's 0-1. He's 1 for 4 tonight. He's set Cape League history with the amount of hits he's got in 16 total, including 1 tonight. Kuroda-Grauer lifts one deep in the air to left field. Going back is Micheletti at the track, and he makes the catch running into the wall. The Bourne faithful thought the Braves had another solo home run, but we're heading to the bottom of the ninth. The Braves looking for 3 more outs to be crowned Cape League champions for the second year in a row. It's DeFabia walking out to the mound. He's looking for 3 more. We'll send it to a break. Bottom 9 coming up.
The Bourne Braves organization is looking for families willing to host 1 or 2 players for the Cape League season. It generally runs from the first week in June to early August, and the bond between many host families and their players extend beyond the summer and form lifelong friendships. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, visit bournebraves.org.
Braves fans living on the Cape far from Doran Park? Too far of a drive to make the trip west on any given night? Well, don't worry, because the Braves are coming to you. The Bravos' full slate of games includes trips to all East destinations, including Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, Harwich, and Yarmouth, as well as West Division road trips to Cotuit, Hyannis, down south to Falmouth, and off Cape to Wareham. So wherever you are located on Cape Cod, the Braves will be in your area and are a can't-miss family fun activity. To see the Bravos' full schedule, head over to our website, bournebraves.org, and come join the fun.
All the twists and turns have come down to this moment. The Braves, 3 outs away from winning another title. Anthony DeFabia sets on the mound, facing 2, 3, and 4 in the Orleans order. DeFabia, first pitch to Trimble. It's a fastball right down the gut, 0-1. Matt Scalzo alongside Cam Manna. We've been bringing you the action all season long. Here's the 0-1 from DeFabia. Check swing from Trimble. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says Jeff Merzel. Over at first base, and DeFabia quickly ahead, 0-2. He's been outstanding out of the bullpen tonight. It's been 10 up and 10 down since he's come in. The 0-2, fastball high and outside, 1-2. He came in relief for Tristan Levesque, made his first start. He went 4 2/3, gave up 2 runs on a couple of solo home runs from Joe Oyama, but he bared down. The 1-2, Trimble, a line drive down the right field line. It's slicing foul, and it lands in foul ground. Orleans still looking for their first hit since that solo home run from Oyama in the 3rd inning.
And, Matt, we've said it all year long. The biggest thing here in bottom 9, out number 1. Also the biggest thing for Orleans, that first base runner, a leadoff guy on.
It's Trimble now. Penny's on deck. And then it's Matt Hall back in the hole. Here's the 1-2 from DeFabia. Fastball's outside, 2-2. DeFabio was with Bourne early in the season. Was released, went to the NECBL. Dealed with the Mystic Schooners. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss! 1 away. Bourne, 2 outs away. As DeFabia picks up his 4th strikeout.
And DeFabia locked in on the mound. Comes down to this. 2 more outs and glory.
The lefty and Jack Penny comes up. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the 1st, then a fly out and a ground out straight back to DeFabia. First pitch swing, lined at Vastine. He makes the glove grab, and Bourne is 1 out away as DeFabia picks up out number 2. He's been perfect out of the bullpen. No one has reached base against him since he's coming in relief with 2 away in the 5th inning. He's picked up 4 strikeouts. And Matt Hallback is the last chance for Orleans here in the bottom of the 9th. The Braves with a 5-2 lead. DeFabia kicks and deals the first pitch. Lined up the middle. Giuffrida is there. The leaping grab. The Braves have run it back. The crown stays in Bourne. For the 2nd year in a row, the Bourne Braves stand alone atop the Cape League Mountain. They take Game 3, 5-2 over Orleans.
Speechless could be a word, but I'm saying words, so I'm not speechless. Matt, 367 days ago, the Braves beat Brewster, and that is when this goal started to run it back, and the outcome is true tonight. Bourne does it. They do it here in Orleans. A lot of people said it was not going to be done to run it back as Cape League champions. The Bravos a different agenda. They do it.
Bourne started the season in dead last, not only in the West, but in the entire league. Winless through their first 5 games. And now they are the last team standing. Taking Game 3 from Orleans 5-2. Taking both games at Eldridge Park, a place where they didn't pick up a single win in the regular season.
And that right there is an unbelievable feat as well. And Bourne storming the field here. Back-to-back seasons they win on the road under Scott Landers and this unbelievable organization in Bourne. They had a goal coming in, and it was a rocky start to begin. But that was the trust that Landers had in this group and what he was able to build as the season's gone on. And the struggle was not the finish for Bourne, all the ups and downs. But what defines this team is that resiliency. And they got here to this point, victorious and so much celebrating to do. And it starts here tonight from Eldridge Park.
Scott Landers told us during those first 2 weeks, wait till June 20th to the 25th. We'll get guys in. Those guys came in. They've emerged. The likes of Jonathan Vastine and Derek Bender. Sam Peterson as well. But they've had guys come back that have been so huge and crucial in this run. Bryce Cunningham, he got the ball in Game 1. He was outstanding. Josh Kuroda-Grauer, what a postseason he had. And Bryce Eblin, what an end of the season and a postseason run he had. Other guys came back. Rob Adams, Nolan Sparks. Anthony DeFabio started the year with Bourne. He comes back, and what an outing it was for him. This core group in Bourne, that was the difference this year.
Matt, those three first guys you mentioned, Josh Kroeger in the postseason, could be the postseason MVP, and they just announced it here. It's JKG as the 2023 postseason MVP, 484 hitter. Bryce Eblin, the 2022 playoff MVP, 367 hitter here in the postseason, and Bryce Cunningham, a 1.37 ERA. Not often you see guys come back and play another season for that same summer ball team, but their experience here in Bourne as champions, they come back and do it. And Matt, you said it to start this inning, the twists and turns, the ups and downs, the turbulence that Bourne had to go through. This flight landed, and they landed as champions.
The JKG chants ring out in front of home plate from his teammates. And Cam, I want to ask you here, just speak about what Scott Landers has built here in Bourne. He won a championship in Brewster in 2021 as a pitching coach. He's come here as the manager, and he's lifted the trophy twice.
The three things that I know that Scott Landers cares about as a coach, and we'll get to winning first, but is growing better baseball players and better men. And he has certainly done that the last 2 seasons. Guys come here to Bourne to get better on the biggest stage here in Cape Cod. So Landers has done that his last few seasons. Brewster now 2 with the Bravos. But he's talked about winning and finding ways to win. Winning has been what they did tonight as champions, but it's also finding that way to win. And all the different players that came through here in Bourne. You start the very beginning of the season with that roster, and you finish off with this roster. So many different movements, and Landers gets the job done. But not just Scott Landers, this whole organization, to be able to do this, it's a group effort from top to bottom. And the Bourne Braves, they're champions from top to bottom.
Cam, I'm going to give you a moment as we wrap this up. What an unbelievable season it's been. What do you have to say for those listening along at home through this entire season?
Well, Matt, I think you'll say the same thing. I dreamed as a kid of calling play-by-play on Cape Cod and being around this type of baseball, and I dreamed to be a sports broadcaster. And for Bourne to give us this opportunity on this stage with this organization is a dream come true, and it's something that I'll never forget. And the opportunity to work with you, to work with Ryan, our whole media team, Joey, Mojo, Allie from top to bottom, everyone that took part in this summer, it's something I'll never forget. And to do this on this stage, I'm forever thankful, Matt.
Cam, I could say the same thing. It's been such an unbelievable summer. I was scared coming into it, a new place, new faces, a lot of people I didn't know. But I'm leaving here with so much happiness, so much joy, and friendships that will last forever. You, Ryan, Allie, Mojo, Joey, the list goes on what impact this organization has had on me. And now to see at the end of the road, that light at the end of the tunnel, the Braves sit alone atop the Cape League Mountain. And for one final time, we'll sign off here in 2023. Got to give our thanks to everyone around. The GM and Darren Weeks, our main boss in Jenabeth Ferguson, Nicole Norkovicius as well. Special thanks to those three. Our camera operators who are not here, Jeremy Gay and Hazel House, their amazing work all season long. Mojo Hill, our beat reporter. If there's any article you want to read, it's definitely this one. Allie Navarrete, our sideline reporter, all the amazing work she's done all season long for our broadcast partner, Cam Manna. I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Eldridge Park. The Braves are your 2023 Cape League champions.